the move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Collins with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes offense will take the field first. To the back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He'll keep it on the sneak. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Second down coming up. Off the play fake. Makes the grab. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into. You want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
And the Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield on first down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. The sure hands, it's Snow. Still running at the 40. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
I'm a big believer in taking shots early in the game and being aggressive and showing my team I got confidence in them. Let's go make plays. First drive, already taking shots down the field. Nice job, nice pitch, nice catch.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Unloads quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Off play action. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Defense in press coverage. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, oh man, how about that play by the linebacker? I'm thinking, I got to get the run, I got to get the run. Oh, I see the quick pass, now I got to break on it and go catch this really, really fast guy over here. And how about the job he does, getting him on the ground, nowhere to go. Nice closing speed by that linebacker.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
So Washington's offense will have its first possession of the game. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they tried the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just
turning it on. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Out of the shotgun. They go to the ground. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Open space at the 25. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's got it on the right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
The Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
To the air on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing. As it falls to the ground, incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Buckeyes roll that margin this time around. Hand off from the shotgun. He has the first and still on his feet. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
And the Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the catch. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Lining up to convert third down. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the catch. It's Snow. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. When you've already seen your... go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the... with a chance to get some points.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. On the ground, it's Wilkins. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver going in motion. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Oh, he's got some space. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards, they're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
The Huskies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well give it to him again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Looking to throw on first down. Trying to pull his way in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Trying to barge their way in.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. They want to throw it. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Temple rolled to victory in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. Always fun to see 2 of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Hold it, finds his man on the left.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And here comes the offense on second down. Holds and fires complete to the right. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Finding open areas. There he goes.
These guys aren't human. I mean, They got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. The play action fake. Takes it on the shovel. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Rushes on him. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground when that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Ogden. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Wants to throw again. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Using the quick game. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington 1st down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Timeout, Washington. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Unloads it left. Fires into traffic. Picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I think this offensive coordinator is going to be frustrated with his quarterback. You got the lead. You want to get more points. You want to be aggressive, but you cannot put the ball in harm's way near midfield. Now you've given the defense a chance to now go score points and maybe take the lead in this football game.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. They're working that left side. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. First and goal. Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. Looking to get it in. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in but couldn't quite get home. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And that is a perfect job by the offense executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something we practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The give to the tailback. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today.
And the Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get the...
It's picked off. That's number 10. Looking for more room.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Great place to start for this offense. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position...
Touchdown, Ohio State! A great catch and run for 6. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
when you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical off it.
And that's a gift, right? Like, he was pretty dang open, and that drag route came open, and he had a chance to catch that, chew up some yards, but the defense will take it. And I'll tell you what, when you go over the middle, man, you got to have some courage. And I don't know if he felt some pressure and some bodies around him, but that was a clear drop.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off-play action on 1st down. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Clemson has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since they ran down the hill, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Wake Forest. never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what gets the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
Quick completion on the out route. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Leaves it with the running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They'll try to power their way ahead. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to set up the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running a screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. He now has 110 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. To the ground. He's got it again. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's the handoff. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the explosive explosiveness. The big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. The receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Got his man. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Gives it on the option. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to the ground with the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down. They're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for Washington. In your own territory, if you don't make it, I mean, it invites disaster, but it's 4th and inches. They had to go for it, and they made it.
If I lost a bunch of weight, I'd be skinny, but I didn't. So go for it every single time. I love it.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hauls it in. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened at this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
He lobs one high down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And the Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete to the left. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Hands it off. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this 1st down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback there.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook. And you could see it there, and you could see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
Just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Ohio State. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Ogden. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, you're just running out of time where you can have these small gains where the clock continues to run. This offense definitely got to have some urgency down late in the game. I need to force some plays, Paul. We're probably down the field.
And if you're the defense, you can have that all day. We're going to play big zones. We're going to keep the ball in front of us. We've got the lead. You're going to have to make catches like that and make us miss. But you want to keep throwing those little dink and dunk throws? Have at it. Because if you keep doing that, we're going to win the game.
That's caught. It's Ogden. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to keep it in the air. Good timing on the quick out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds and short of the first down. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Brought down at the 17 as he brought it all the way back inside the 20 after the pick. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll leave it with him. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee.